My thoughts on John Harbaugh. Pretty much the same as most people's. Probably time for him to go. Whether they make the playoffs or not, I don't want to keep seeing this guy as the head coach. I respectfully don't. And I used to be a massive Harbaugh fan, but as time has gone on and nothing's really changed with him, it's like we're just kind of creating a cycle of insanity at this point where we're doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And it's like, why? Why is this happening? Oh my God. We've all had to hear John Harbaugh talk about why aren't we running the ball in the fourth quarter more with Derrick Henry? We've heard it with Derrick Henry, we've heard it with J.K. Dobbins, we've heard it with Gus Edwards. It's like a fucking Mad Lib at this point with the Ravens and John Harbaugh. And yes, I also understand people will bring up Mike McDonald should have been elevated to head coach, and then Harbaugh should have been elevated to the front office in some way or form, and then we probably would have been better off. And when you look at Seattle, it's entirely possible. But sadly, that's not the reality we live in, so I can't really, waste more time on that. So I don't know if the Ravens will get rid of Harbaugh after this season. I highly doubt it. I would appreciate it, Steve Bisciotti, because if you want to win a Super Bowl and you want to keep Lamar Jackson here or keep any other main pieces here and happy, we got to start making some massive changes. And not just, oh, well, you may want to get rid of Zach Gore. No, we need like massive fucking changes at this point because we're just seeing the same cycle over and over. And then by the time we decide to make a change, Lamar's probably out of his prime or on another team, or Derrick Henry's out of, his prime and on another team. And same thing with a bunch of the players on the offensive side and defensive side. Like we're wasting so many good years of these players. And yes, I understand these players I've named, and including some I haven't named, have made mistakes that have led to the failures in the playoffs for the Ravens. Yes, I agree. It's not all just John Harbaugh, but a lot of it is. A lot of it is at this point. So I don't know, because I do believe if they go head coach after this year, it'll be what, a Chris Shula or a Kubiak from Seattle, or I know there's another big name out there that I'm not remembering because I'm kind of in the moment, but you get my point. At this point, I don't know. The only way I see John Harbaugh leaving, as I've said many times, he gets elevated to the front office, or he retires, or recent development, he decides to take the Michigan job because Michigan decides to throw a metric ton of money at him to take over, which I would truly appreciate if Michigan decided to do that. But nonetheless, we're probably going to see this for a few more years, or at least until that extension he signed in the beginning of this year is over. It's like 3 years, so 2028. So I think that's probably when we're going to see the last of Harbaugh, if I'm going to be completely honest. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Steve Bisciotti will make a big change and decide to let him go. I'm not a big praying guy, but maybe I'll start if that happens. So I don't know. At this point, I'm not giving up on the Ravens. I'm giving up on John Harbaugh and Steve Bisciotti at this point. I just am.